Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am scrapbooking these two photos from Avatar Land in Animal Kingdom. And I have a little bit of an idea to kind of use some of these mandala-ish stamps. And then I've pulled out a variety of paper. So of course this one will go with my mandala vibes. And then this is going to be my background paper, this 2012 pink paisley paper that I thought would be great to use for this side, but I'm looking forward to using this rectangle grid. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am using my 12 by 12 Misty, and this is a Hero Arts branded Misty that I picked up at Joann's. It was on a ridiculous sale, and it was one of those, one of those sweet, sweet moments when things are on sale and Joann's lets you use a coupon on top of things that are on sale, and it just was ridiculously cheap, so hooray. I am putting this stencil kind of all over the paper, and I'm just using my Brutus Monroe Raven detail ink. This is my absolute favorite ink, you guys, my favorite black ink. It stamps great. You can watercolor with it, you can alcohol marker with it, you can do all the things with it, and it just really does stamp well. So you might be looking at this and going, Sandy, it is not stamping that great, look at all that. But this is kind of a distressed stamp. It has a lot of like little bits of nooks and crannies. I know, I just like nooks and crannies when it talks about scrapbooking. I know it's supposed to be an English muffin thing, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it for scrapbooking, you guys. So I'm just going to ink this up and then place it down. Now, when I use my littler Misty, I do have the door straight on my table, but I have all of my Killa style things over here on the left-hand side, and basically it's in my way. I'm just trying to clean up the stamp a little bit before I peeled it off. I was trying to minimize the black ink that I got on my fingers. So now I have this down here, and you might be looking at it and you're probably going, okay, that doesn't look beautiful whatsoever. But I think it turns out pretty great when I'm finished with it. Now this is one of those layouts where you do kind of so much almost background work that when you put it together, it doesn't seem like there's a lot, but there was a lot of effort that went into the layout. Hopefully you'll see what I mean once we get to the end and you see the final thing. So I am going to use these two photos. Now this is one portrait and one landscape photo. And sometimes these photos are tricky to use when you have one of each. However, I do have a couple of go-to designs that I like to use, and this is one of them. So I am looking at this and I feel like that teal paper is kind of getting lost on my background paper. So I'm going to mat a very, very thin black border around it. And I decided to go with the black border because of the black ink here on the background page. So yes, I am covering up a good amount of this stamping that I did, but you guys, there is still a good amount of stamping left on there to see. Left on there that is visible. So now I'm going to pull out the stamp sets from Close to My Heart, and I'm pulling off the stamps, and I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to add in that flower, and I decided that I did want to add it in because it does fit inside that larger mandala. So now what my plan is to stamp these mandalas onto some patterned paper, some colored paper. I have no plans to color them in. I have no plans for any of that. I mean, honestly, guys, I feel like I don't do a lot of coloring in. I do more painting in. And I don't know if that's because growing up, I always did ceramics with my grandmother. Where I kind of like painting more than coloring when it comes to stamp sets and things like that, which is really interesting because I honestly love to color. Give me a coloring book and a new set of crayons, and oh my, I feel so happy with it. We used to color together a lot as a family, my husband and the kids and I. And yes, my husband colored too. It was just a fun time. Just, a time where we got to hang out and we were all doing something together that wasn't like watching TV or anything like that. So now I'm going to ink down on those papers as well. And then, what's really great about this is it has coordinating dies. So I'm going to use the coordinating dies, and at first I'm going to use some of this Thermoweb Purpur tape. Now this is the updated Purpur tape where it's supposed to be even less tacky than the regular Purpur tape. But this Purpur tape I don't like. I don't like it at all. It does not hold whatsoever, and I end up using washi. Sometimes I don't like to use washi because sometimes when you push washi through your die cut machine, there's so much pressure that the washi sticks so well to the paper that it rips the paper. Fortunately, I didn't have to deal with that whatsoever during this project, so that made me, super happy. So I am going to line these up, and then I'm going to cut them, and that's where I got frustrated with the washi tape. So I do cut them off of camera, so you don't have to, watch me run it through my die cut machine. Let me know if anybody really does love watching dies go through a die cut machine. Let me know. It's not something I enjoy watching when I watch YouTube videos, so I don't usually put it in mine. But let me know if that is something that you love. Now I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these sets right here, and I'm trying to figure out, how I'm going to get the color to kind of match up. And then I realized I didn't cut out two versions of the red. I did two versions of the dark teal, but not the red. So I cut the one mandala in half, and I'm going to tuck that underneath of the photographs. So this is where I hope you guys can see where I meant where there is a lot of, prep work and background work for this layout. And then once you get the layout on, together, it doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot to it, but lots of things to look at, right? So anyway, now I am going to pop up this larger mandala here on some foam rectangles, and I was toying with the idea of putting it over there where the two photos join, just so that I could really, kind of, not influence. Why would I want to influence? That is not the word I'm looking for. My brain is not pulling the word I'm looking. Emphasize. There we go. Sometimes my brain just doesn't engage as fast as my mouth. So I really wanted to emphasize the fact that I had a line from the upper left to the lower right, and putting that red mandala over on where the photos joined would have done that, but I felt like it was kind of competing with the photos when I put it there. Here it's just like a big old accent to the photo. Now I am going to use these alphabet stickers. These are Mondo Llama branded alphabet stickers, but you guys, they're the same exact thickers as another thicker set. I don't remember which one it is. I'd have to go dig through my thickers to find it. But you could find these at Targets. My Target didn't have them. I had to order them online. But they did go on sale, and they were much cheaper than, if you went and bought the thickers. I don't know if they're still online. I haven't looked in a good while, but in case you're wondering, that's where they came from. So I am going to spell out the word Pandora. It doesn't fit where I wanted it to right here between the photo and the mandala. Now, I probably could have used lowercase letters, and it might have fit, or it might not have. But I just decided I had the uppercase letters out, so I'm going to put the title over here, over top of that one little kind of offset mandala that I have going on there. Now, I am thinking that something's got to go here. Like, I have this awkward space now between where the photo and the mandala is, and I'm trying out a variety of different things. So I'm trying out these little black acrylic pieces, and I'm not feeling it whatsoever. They're making me angry. And, you know, scrapbooking shouldn't make you angry. It should make you, you know, have the good feelings. So I do try to go through and check out things and see what the heck I can use. I'm thinking about the wood veneer. I do find some black flair in here, and it says, "I think you are lovely." And I really wanted to make this happen with the flair. I liked how it was overlapping the photo, but then if I put it there, then I still have that awkward space. And I'm really, really trying to get rid of the awkward space here. So I'm flipping through everything right now, guys. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the heck can go here. Nothing is really jumping out at me. Nothing is coming up in my head as a solution. And then I see this chipboard, and it says, "It's time for an adventure." And I'm like, you know what? That's going to cover up that awkward gap, and I'll just move the mandala, and then I am going to be set. Totally going to be set. So now I've got that tucked in, and then of course I have to pop up the foam on the back of the red mandala. But then I'm done, guys. That is going to do it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.